Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. I am Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. We are going to do a beach themed Christmas wreath today. Come on in. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to get the comments up here real quick so that I can see you guys when you come in and when you say hi. Whoops. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing this, I would really appreciate that. Send it on over to Facebook. Maybe they'd like to come over and join us today. Come on. All right, there we go. All right, so here is the wreath base we're going to be using. This is a 24-inch evergreen base, and all that means is once you fluff it out and spread out the pine tips on it, that they stretch out to about 24 inches. So completed, it would be about 24 inches. All right, let's get the chat up there. There we go. Hey, Ria. All right, so we're going to be using that as our base. This is the sign that we're going to use. I got this one from a online sale. It came with a little set. Came with this 4-inch ribbon here and the 10-inch mesh. And then it came with this little pick here. This was all a set that I had gotten from a online sale. So we're going to be using all of that. I also have some beach themed picks and things like that, seashells, starfish, and then of course our mesh is cut here. We're going to be using an aqua color along with the cream color. And what else do we have? I've got some other little things over here that are beach themed that we might be able to use. We'll see when we get to the end. Well, this is all going to fall, so I already expected that. So let's get this stuff out of the way and we'll go ahead and get the mesh put on first. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing well, I hope. I cut these at 30 inches and I'm just going to do a regular ruffle right up the center. And we're going to use the tines from the wreath here, and that'll be our ties. So all I'm going to do is grab 2 of them that are close together. I'm starting on the bottom. We're going to alternate. And I want to get them as close to the base as possible. That way we can put our ribbons and everything on it. And I'm going to open this up. Going to make it look like a little flower. And there's our first one. And then we're just going to continue to do that and alternate the colors. The Aqua is a fabric mesh that I'm using. I got this from Old Time Pottery. So I'm going to do about the same, about every 4 to 5 inches apart is where I'm going to put my mesh. So I'm not really measuring, but just eyeballing it so that I can get all 18 pieces on there. I'm not putting the ribbons on with this because I'm going to do the ribbons a little bit different this time. Oh, let's see. We'll go right here. Well, good afternoon, Virginia. How are you? I want to thank y'all for joining me. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here. I had to cancel the last couple of Fridays. It's just been really busy and I've been gone a lot. And I'm getting ready for a craft show at the next weekend. So that always keeps you busy when you're preparing for one of those. So if you're in the Fort Bragg area next weekend, come on out to the Fall Festival here in Rayford. I will be there. We'll have a booth set up. We didn't get to do it last year because of COVID, but this year they're having it, so I'm real excited about that. Get back out there and do that. It's always a nice little festival they put on. They have entertainment and booths and stuff like that. So now this frame here only has 2 rings, which is fine. You can't really tell unless you look at the back of it, but come on. There we go. Just trying to find the 2 that are together. So what have y'all been up to? Are you guys preparing for any shows or doing anything, going anywhere? All right, come on. There we go. I have so many wreaths that I wanted to get done for the craft fair, but I'm just not going to get them all done, I don't think. I was hoping to make more Christmas, but I think I'm going to end up with more fall than Christmas this year, which is fine. I mean, they'll both sell, but just wanted to have more of each, even though people are probably decorating for fall now. Of course, some are doing Halloween, so others go right into fall, but most people do Halloween, so they'll still be looking for fall. So all I'm doing is putting these in. Again, these are all cut at 30 inches. And I'm using the tines from the Wreath Base for my ties. Let's get this one right here. And I did fluff this out before I started on it. Well, hello there. How are you? You're working. I know. It's coming up really quick. Very, very soon. Anybody else going to the Wreath Retreat that Hardworking Mom is having the end of the month? This will be the 3rd one I've attended. We always have such a good time. Get to see everybody and do some fun projects and hang out. We're having an 80s party. Let's see, this one will work. Yes, I know, Rhea. It's always fun when we can get together. We always have a really good time. All right. There. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the last one. Okay. So I'm doing the 10 around the bottom part, just like I would on a regular wreath. I wasn't keeping very good track of it. My bow is going to go up here at the top too, so I'm leaving a little bit of a space. I'm putting this one a little more over. Oops, I guess I need to get that more in the middle there. Hey, Lee. All right, so there's the bottom. I will show you this here before we start on the top part. I'm leaving a little bit of space up here, and this is where my bow is going to go. So I know this is going to be my top. So I'm going to start my bow there. It's going to have some long tails on it. At least that's the plan in my head. You know, sometimes we get these ideas, but transferring them onto the project is a whole nother story. Okay, now I'm going to go to the inside. I'm going to do the same thing, just get 2 ties. Rhea, are you going to go to Sam's too? All right, there's that one. This evergreen frame came from Hobby Lobby, so if y'all are looking for some, I don't know why I'm not getting these in the center. They have them out right now, obviously. There we go. If you guys are on Facebook, go over and make sure and like and follow my page. When I get to 10,000 followers, we're going to have a big virtual party with some giveaways. So make sure that you're following me over there as well. We're almost there. We've got 1,000 to go. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it actually goes pretty quick. Considering we were just at 8,000 not too long ago, we're already at 9 now. So it won't take long. Also, you can sign up for my email list if you're not on there. You want to get on that in case there's ever a time when Facebook goes down again, like it did last week. And you still want to be able to find me, which if I have a live scheduled over on Facebook and Facebook were to go down, I would just do it over here on YouTube. So I would still put out my email and let y'all know. Let's see. Let's do this one. But yeah, if you want to get on the email list, the link is in the description. You can also get to it by going to the top of my Facebook page, and there's a animated envelope there. If you click on that, it'll take you to it as well. But it is in the description up above. What are y'all doing for dinner tonight? Oops, I don't know what I did there. That was not in the center. I know a lot of people do fish on Fridays, but I am not a fish or seafood person, so that won't be happening. Hey, Pat. You're recovering from foot surgery? Oh. Well, I'm wishing you a speedy recovery. I'm glad you came and watched. Thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure you get your rest. All right, we've got one more right here. Looks like I cut one too many of the other. All right, if we need to, we can just put it in there anyway. Maybe we'll put it in there behind where the bow's going to go. It'll give it some lift. Give our bow some oomph. Also in the description is the link to get my supply list if you want that. I every time I buy supplies for my shop, like my scissors, my wire cutters, things like that, I always put them on the list and I share that with you guys if you want that. So if you want that list, there is a link in the description to get that. Just click on that. It'll take you right to the whole list. It's got my lighting, my ribbon racks, all that good stuff on it. So I'm just going to take this extra one and put it right in here where I left this gap for the bow. We're going to use that as a filler to kind of help keep our bow up. We're going to put our ribbon on right now. And then we'll do our sign. And then from there, we'll put everything else on. All right, so right here is where our bow is going to go. I need to. So there's our base. Looks a little green or bluish on the screen, but it is more of an aqua color. And again, here's the sign if you just joined me that we're using. It's got seashells and all that all on it and starfish, and it says Merry Christmas. This is an 8-inch round. All right. So the way I was going to do my bow, I'll make a traditional bow after I do this, but this 4-inch ribbon came with the set that I bought. The set I got was the ribbon, this little green pick, the sign, and then the mesh. And I bought it from an online sale, but that's what came with it, and the rest of it I added. All right, so I'm going to take I need my bow maker to help hold this. So I'm going to take my ribbon. Well, I need it out for a second first. I'm going to get it a good length right there. I'm going to scrunch it up. Give it a twist. Sorry, my stomach's growling. If you can hear that, I apologize. And then I want to make this one the same length. So we're just going to pull this out. Get this whole thing going here. Doesn't have to be exact. Close enough. There we go. So there's that. Oh, I don't know why I cut that. I should not have cut it yet. Oh well. This is a 4-inch. This is a 4-inch, yes. All right, so I want to do 6 inches. Oh, I should not have cut that yet. Why did I do that? I can always do another one, but that's what I get for not paying attention. And then this side is going to be 6 inches as well. So we're going to do 2 big ones here. It might work out anyway because the sign can go on here. No problem. Yeah, it's a 4-inch ribbon. It's a big one. It's a very thick one too. All right, let me get my 2 zip ties out. So I'm going to zip tie just this one. You could just do it with wire or pipe cleaner, but zip tie is easier for me. Put this one in the back. So it's not a very fancy bow or anything like that right now, but we're going to dress it up after we get this on there. All right, let me get this nice and tight. All right, that's good. Cut off this excess. And then we have this other zip tie right here. And this is what's going to hold it on to the wreath. Why is that twisted? Because I didn't move it over. I feel a little backwards today. All right, so this is where it's going. Get those ribbon or the tails, loops, whatever they're called. You know what they are. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right down to the frame. And there's a crossbar right here. And I'm going to attach it to that. Right there. Hopefully this is going to work. If not, you know what? I take it off and I redo it. Nothing wrong with that. But I should have left this one longer. All right, now I'm going to take this, make a loop or just a ribbon, not making a loop, scrunching it up, and it's going to go right here. I'm going to grab 2 tines, trying to get one on the bottom and one on the top to help me with it. Put that in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And then just twist it around there. There's one. I'm going to come this way, and we're going to do another one. Out right here. It's about the same. I got 2 ties right here next to each other. The nice thing about using these evergreens is that your ties are already built into it. All you got to do is use them. Let's dovetail the end on here. And then let's open this one up a little bit. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do this one, like I said, should have been longer, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Take this one. I'm going to go right in here. And give it a twist. And I use 2 of the ties just so that, you know, it holds it in a little better, but you can just take 1 and wrap it around it. You don't have to use 2 of the ties. All right, so we got that. Let me see. Yeah, I might add another one to this one and make it long. Can always do that. I'm just pulling it out a little bit more so it has a little bit more of a lift. All right, there we go with that. All right, let's put our sign on real quick. Sign's going to go over here on this side. So it's a metal sign, so I just need my little hole punch. These are on that supply list as well. Make sure I'm getting it in the right place here. It's called the Beadsmith. They really do help getting those holes in there. All right, let's do, we don't need it too long. You guys doing anything this weekend? I will be preparing for my show, and that's about it. Lots of work to do for that. Thank you, Lee. I hope, you know, I'll be happy just to sell one thing, but I agree with that. I'd love to sell it all. I really do need to get rid of it so I can get some new inventory going. All right, got that done. There we go. But thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. From your lips, right? Isn't that the same? All right, I'm going to fold this one down a little because it is hitting the sign. I don't want it pushing the sign up. All right, I'm going to take my needles. If y'all don't have these needles, if you've heard about them, these are little weaving needles. We use them for getting our attachments and things on our wreaths. They're great for the evergreens, the mesh wreaths, and the grapevine. I have them in 2 sizes, 6-inch and the 3.54, so a little over 3.5 inches. You get a set of 3 of either one, and they come in a little baggie to keep them in. So those are available in my shop at wreathdecorbydawn.com. They're very popular, so grab you some. And it really does help. If you struggle with getting signs and things on your wreaths, this is the way to get it on there. So you're just going to take that, go right down through everything. You don't even have to look. Right down in there, get it to go to the through the frame. Well, I lost my thing. I pulled my needle off, and now I can't find my wire. There it is. And then you want to take and wrap that wire around the frame of the wreath. Don't wrap it around the mesh or any of the ties or anything like that. You want to make sure you get it around the frame of the wreath. And the reason for that, let me turn this over and I'll show you. The reason for that is because your mesh can come off, can rip, you know, any number of things can happen. So you don't want that to come undone. You want your sign to stay on there. This does not want to work, so I'm going to use my needle again, and I'm going to go up underneath, right there. That's where I want it. I just needed it on the other side of the frame here. So I don't want to do it too tight because I want to make sure that the sign is in the correct position, and I don't want one end, you know, too tight and the other too loose. So you can also do one wire at a time, and that'll help you to get it on there. So we're just going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to go right down through all the mesh, the ties, everything, looking to make sure where I've got, right here's a frame. I want to make sure that I'm near the frame. There is a gap in between the two rings. So I just want to make sure that I have that on there. I'm going to put one wire on each side and then tie them together. Make sure that's, yep, that's where I want it. So I'm going to pull it down just a tad, and then I'll give that wire a twist. There we go. And that's not going anywhere. That's going to stay right there. Looks like my bottom might be a little tighter than the top, but that's okay. We'll fix it. So there's that for now. Now we can go ahead and put the rest of our stuff in. So let me finish. Let's see. Should we do? Let's do tails real quick. So I have all these different ribbons. I wasn't sure what I was going to use. I was thinking I wasn't going to put ties in every I wasn't going to put tails in every tie, I should say. Yeah, that is a bit much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I have this one that's got the aqua color, and it has ornaments on it. And then I've got this that kind of goes with it. These are both from Hobby Lobby. You can tell from the red carton. And this has got that aqua with glittered dots on a gold, which goes with our sign as well. So I was thinking about using those two. And then I also had the cream color and the solid aqua, but those we'll use with the bow, I think. Cut the ends off of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, let's just do 10 and see. I'm going to do 13 inches. 12 just doesn't seem like it's long enough, but 14 on this would be a little too much. So I just have these scrap pieces of wood my husband cut for me to the length of what I use for my ribbon tails. Nothing fancy. So that should be 4. I'm twisting it all up. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm all out of sorts today. 5. I'll count again. 9, 10. Let's make sure that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's 10. Slide that off of there. Cut those ribbons. And then we're going to dovetail them. These are fairly thin, so you can get quite a few of them cut at a time. They're not real thin, but they're, you know, thin. There's that set. Get up there, please. So yeah, I have to get all of my wreaths out. I have to make sure they're done because I'm really bad about completing my wreaths after a live. tying off my wires and stuff like that. I usually check all of that once it sells before it goes out the door. But so now I got to go through all of them, make sure everything is completed, and then I have to tag everything. I make my own little tags out of, you can buy business card stock, really inexpensive. And I use that for my, like my tags. And then I attach my business card so that they have that as well. All right, we're going to do the same thing with the 2.5 inch. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So y'all don't usually see me doing this. Usually I do this stuff beforehand. This is the boring stuff that nobody wants to sit and watch. Whoops. Just fling them all over the place. All right. Let's get these done. Still got to figure out what we're going to do for dinner tonight. I don't know. Friday is usually an out night. We either pick something up, go out. Just depends. Of course, I don't cook a whole lot anymore anyway, but all right, there we go. Those are all done. So I got a 2.5 and a 1.5 right here. And we're going to use these, and then we'll do the bow, and then we'll put the attachments on real quick. So I'm just going to take one of each of these, fold them in half, find my center, scrunch it up, and then we're going to put these in the outside here. And I'm going to go right in where I tied in my mesh. I'm not opening it back up. I'm just continuing to tie onto it. Get that out of the way. I don't know why I put that up there. That is what needs to go up there. These I'm going to knock off of here. So let's get them over here. All right. So we got the ornaments, and then we've got the stripe, which is really pretty. Are you guys done with fall? If you make wreaths, are you done making them? Not me, not yet anyway. I got to finish them up for the show, so I need to turn these around so that they're going the right direction. This is the first Christmas wreath I've done this year, so I am way behind. Way, way, way behind. I should have been started on Christmas around the beginning of September. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I do appreciate you here. I know fall is probably my favorite to decorate with. Christmas is my favorite season, but to decorate wreaths and that, I think fall is my absolute favorite because there's just so much you can do with it. And there's so many different colors. Yeah, after this coming week, I'll be done with it. I'm ready to put it away and get the Christmas stuff out and move on to that. Although, it's probably a little late for me now, but people are still going to be looking for Christmas wreaths. So, need to get a couple done. Probably not as much as I want to, but I'll get it done. And if they don't sell, there's always next year. And people buy during the season. I just sold an Easter attachment the other day, so I sold an Easter wreath right at the end of summer. So people will buy any time of the year. If they see something they like, they're going to get it and have it. They want to make sure they get it before anybody else does. So just because the season's over doesn't mean they don't want it. A day trip to check out what? The sign melody came from Kuther Crafts. She had an online sale, and it came with the sign, this 4-inch ribbon, the cream color mesh, the 10-inch mesh, and this little pick here. So it all came together. I don't know who made the sign for her because it does not say. But I do know that she has like a someone that makes signs for her to put with her kits that she sells. And her page is Kuther Crafts. She does Facebook live sales on Friday and Saturday, usually. Her name is Christina. Oh, I need one more. All right, let me get another one here because I added that other white. That's what it was. Cut this. And this one. Yeah, I enjoy watching her. She puts these little sets together. And it's not stuff that I would normally think to put together myself. Sometimes, I mean, like this stuff is pretty cut and dry, but she has other sets that she puts together that I wouldn't normally put together myself. So it makes it kind of nice when she does those. And she has ribbon and signs and mesh and all that she sells as well. She has an online store. Yeah, it's Kuther Crafts, Keuther, I believe. I'll put the link. Well, I can't. I'm on YouTube, so I can't put the link in afterwards because the comments go away after I'm done. But I can put it in the description. I can edit the description to add it to that. If you can't find or come back and look at the description, and it'll be in there. All right. Now, what I'm going to do on the top, I think, is I'm going to take and I'm going to do a couple of like cheater bows. So I'm going to cut them at about let's see. We're going to do about 18 inches, I think. I want to make sure to keep some of this so that I can add it to my bow. I should do the bow first, but. And I'm going to take and make about a 4-inch loop. Twist this around here in the back. And I'm going to put these right down in here. Now you can do this with the 2.5 or the 1.5. Doesn't matter, either one. Let me dovetail these. Should have done that first. Whoops, wrong way. Should have done that first. But yeah, if you want her link, if you can't find her page, just send me a message or comment on my Facebook page and I will post the link for you. I have no problem with that. All right, so there's that one. We want one over here. That ribbon is gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. The one I'm working with right now, this one is from Hobby Lobby, and I believe they still have it this year. I think this one and this one were the only two aqua colored ones they had, or it's like a minty color, aqua, whatever you want to call it. Everybody has a different name for it. Teal, some people call it teal. Although to me, a teal is more, it got more of a blue tint to it. All right, that's better. So just little tiny bows. I'm going to put one right here. And you can do this in where you put your ties as well. So all I'm doing is cutting it at 18 inches, folding it in half, dovetailing it, and then I'm going to take at about 4 inches and gather it up. I'm going to twist the one in the back so that it's facing the front. And then we're going to put it in the tie. And then open up that loop. So we have that right there. Let's see, we need another one over here. So on this one, I'm going to do it right where I tied off that big ribbon. No, the ribbon and sign are not in my shop. The ribbon came from Hobby Lobby and the sign came from Kuther Crafts. It was part of a set, so I don't know if she has any available. I do know that they are on Etsy, though, because I did see some today when I was doing some research. I was trying to find out who made the sign, but it doesn't say who the sign maker was, so I'd have to ask her. But no, I wish I had it in there, but I don't. I do have other signs and ribbons in my shop, though. I have this one, which I'll probably do next Friday if I have time, because I'll be getting ready for my show, so I got to get that done. But I do have this sign. I showed it on Wednesday. I'll probably be using this one on a wreath next week. It's got the leopard print trees. and snowflakes. So I'll probably be using that one next week. Hopefully. Throwing stuff all over the place. Let's do another one. I don't know if I can get this one out of here or not. Let's try it and see. It might work. Yeah, that one I have in my shop, the sign that I just showed you. I don't have any leopard print ribbon, but that's pretty easy to get a hold of. I know Craft Outlet has some right now because I was just looking at it. So I was going to order some for myself so I can make that next week. But I also have a gingerbread sign and the matching ribbon in my shop. There we go. That one works. That filled in that little spot right there. And now I'm going to do this one. We're almost done. I'm going to open up those seashells and that and show you those here in a second. So yeah, check out my shop, wreathdecorbydawn.com. Like I said, I have wreath attachments. I've got wreath attachments, ribbon, and signs. Yes. I still have some fall left. There we go. So right in that tie where I tied off the big 4-inch ribbon, let me get this one on. Yeah, I like the leopard print one. So, leopard print's very popular. I know a lot of people are sick of it, but it's very popular right now with people. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So, make what the people want. Doesn't matter if we like it. It only matters if they like it. And if they like it, I'm going to keep making it. There we go. All right, so there's those. I can always go back and add some more if I see any spots. All right, let's make a small bow real quick that's going to go on top of our big 4-inch one. This, I don't need that, and I have these. So we're going to use all of these real quick. I'm going to do 4-inch, or I mean not 4-inch, 12-inch tail. The teal mesh it's a fabric mesh, and that came from Old Time Pottery. So I don't know if anyone else has it right now, because ours Old Time Pottery closed. All right, so I'm going to do a 5.5-inch loop, but it is a fabric mesh. It's almost like a basket weave fabric mesh. The holes are not very big. So yeah, but it is fabric mesh. All right, so I'm doing 2 loops on each side at 5.5 inches. So there'll be 4 loops of this total. And again, I'm not doing the tails very long because this is going to go on top of that other bow. I need to get some more of this. I got to go and see if they have any more. I'm going to do this solid one. I only have a little bit of it left, so I'm going to do 1 loop on each side with this one. Stretch that up first. Give it a twist. This one's going to be slightly smaller at 5 inches. Just enough for that one. What else we got here? Yeah, that one also came from Old Time Pottery. And let's do, I'm going to do the cream. Seeing how much of this I have, if I can do enough of those. This one's going to be about 4.5 inches. And I'm going to do 2 loops on each side. Let's see, there. Oh, okay. Thought it got twisted. Oh, it did. Oh, there we go. All right. All right, and probably don't need this one, but I'm going to add it anyway. I'm just going to do 1 loop on each side of this. This one will be slightly smaller, about 4 inches. Oh, I bet they are. The colors up there, and yeah, up in the Northeast. Oh my gosh, yeah. We used to live in New York for a while, up way up by the Canadian border. It is definitely beautiful to see the seasons change. All right, and then this one we're going to do 2 loops on each side if I have enough. Hopefully. These are going to be slightly smaller than the last. Oops. There we go. And I want a center loop, so I'm going to take and do, let me see how much I want here. That. Oops, look at that, just enough. A little bit smaller. That'll work. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Brenda. All right, so this total piece right here is about 15, 16 inches. And all I'm doing is taking it and folding it over itself in the back. I'm going to squish it down here and then gather it in the center. And then this is going to be, it's like a little bow tie. It's going to go right in the center there. Make sure I've got it even. There we go. Zip tie. Nope, that's not it. Where'd my zip ties go? Let me get 2 zip ties here. All right, now we're just going to grab this and pull it off of here. Squeeze this together. I'm going to pull this around to the back. I want to make sure that my zip tie is in the center. I'm going to take my other zip tie, longer one, because this one's got to go around that other bow. This will help me get it down to the frame better. All right, so I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter. Not tight all the way, but just so I can move things around if I need to. So I want to get all my loops straight, make sure nothing's kinked up. Fluff out this bow. I've got so much glitter on me. So I'm going to pull these all out. This one here, this one here. Get our tails down here where they belong. So this one's twisted, so I've got to fix that. All right, so this one is too long, so I need to move this over just a little bit more. Get in there, please. Oh, no, don't tell me it came undone. Don't want to have to start this all over again. I know, I can't wait. But then I keep thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be how long before we see each other again? That's the only bad thing about it. When it's over, we got to wait to see each other again. All right. Excuse me. There we go. Let me get all these going right here. That's better. Now they're all about even. All right. Nothing's scrunched up. We're going to go ahead and give this a nice tight pull. I'm going to cut off this excess. All right, let's bring our wreath back up. So there's our wreath if you missed that. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right on top of this one. Hopefully this works the way I had hoped it would. All right, and we're going to go right down here where the other ones were. Thank you. All right, and we had a crossbar there. I just got to make sure to hit that crossbar again. Should be right there. So I can feel it. There it is. Got it. All right. Let me reach around underneath and grab this. There we go. Lock that in. It's not tight yet, so I want to make sure that you can see the one behind it. And get all this stuff over here. I'm sure there's probably an easier way that I could have done this, but you know what? This is what worked for me. So tighten that just a tad more. All right, there we go. I'll give that some adjusting later. There we go. And then, of course, we're going to dovetail these so that they go off this direction a little bit here. We don't want to cover up our sign. I got to cover up my middle here, too. That's what this scrap will be for. I can wrap that around the back of that, but I didn't. All right. All right, these are the little starfish that I have. I also have this little anchor that I got. I don't know if I'll use that or not. And then these are the starfish that we got. Let me get rid of this here. Well, I guess I should have opened this beforehand. Pull Susan here and stab myself. Don't tell her that. Thank you, Brenda. All right, so we got these little styrofoam starfish. These are ornaments, by the way. Sorry for the noise. And these came from Carolina Pottery. I should have just taken these out to begin with, but I wasn't sure. So all you have to do is, what I do is take this hanger off and cut it off. But you can use that end right there and stick in your pick and glue it. So I keep the little stems from my flowers and that, especially these little ones that have the teeth on them. I like those. But you could also use any kind of stick, really. It's going to glue really well to this, especially to an evergreen. Nope, that one's too big. I don't want the thick ones. Come on, come on, come on. Give it up. Thank you. So with these that have the little teeth on them, I like a lot. So I'm going to take and put that down in there, make a little hole, put some glue on it, put that down inside and hold that for a second. So while I'm waiting for that, we'll do another one. See, these pull right out too. If you don't want to cut them, it's going to leave a hole, but you're going to put your pick in there anyway. That one doesn't want to come out, so we're cutting it. And one more. This one's bent, so let me bend it back. Ooh, no, don't drop it. Where is it? There it is. All right, so then what I'm going to do, instead of cutting it off, I'm going to take and bend this stick at the end, and I'm going to make a little loop with it. And that's going to help grab onto the pine and the and when it goes through the mesh. Let me get rid of this. All right, so let's put one right here, as long as we're here. Bend this over. I already did that one. And then you do the same with the seashells. So we're going to put one right here. See, it's going to grab onto all of that. I'm cutting off. There's a piece of plastic on the side of it. I want to cut that off. All right, I'm going to dip this in my glue. Time to fill up that glue pot. And then I'm going to take this and go up underneath and hook it in there. Make sure it grabs right there. So I want it to kind of be laying down, but not too much, because when it's hanging on the door, I want you to be able to see it. I just don't want it to look like it's falling down either. There we go. That's a little better. There. So there's that one. Let's put another one down here. This one might be a little too long. Doesn't look like it needs to be that long. There's so many pieces of tools over here. But thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this. Now we're going to go that way with it. Be generous with that glue, because I'm telling you, it's going to stick in there. Get down in there. There we go. That'll work. There we go. And then I'm going to put, I'll cut some of the tails down. They won't be as long. 1, 2. Let's put this one up here. Well, thank you. I'm happy to do it. And I'm going to hold this up for you guys here in 1 second. Get this going here. And we'll put a seashell in real quick, and then we'll be done. There we go. That one right there. Stay there, please. So there it is with those on that. Let's see. I'll put a seashell right down here. So these seashells are also ornaments that came from Carolina Pottery. These are kind of big, but they're foam. And again, just take that hanger out and put your pick right in there. If it comes out, if it looks like it's going to tear it up, just cut it off. There it goes. Let that set for 1 second. I'm going to put this, I think, this way, right in here. I don't know where I want it. Well, I wanted it over here, so let me see if I can find a place that'll lay down. Might have to play with this a little bit and see, because this is kind of big. I didn't want to do it that way, but might have to find another way to attach it. I don't want it to cover everything up. Might just have to play with that. I'll leave that one for now. What else do we have? That was it, right? Yep. So there we go. I'll play around with that other one and see if I can't find a better way to put that on there. And then I'll cut these tails down a little bit too, so that they're not hiding our sign. I got to dovetail them off. So there we go, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. I do appreciate y'all being here, hanging out with me. Oh, glitter, 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 glitter everywhere. We live with it everywhere, don't we? Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. All right. Don't forget, if you're new to my page or new to subscribe, hit that bell icon. Over to Facebook if you're on Facebook, and make sure to like and follow me over there. We're almost to 10,000 followers, and then we're going to have a big party, a virtual party. So make sure that you're following me over there because you want to be in on that. Sign up for my email list. It's in the description up above. And that way you can get notified whenever I go live, either on Facebook or on YouTube. All right. I will see you all on Wednesday over on Facebook. Have a wonderful weekend. Be kind to one another and do something fun. I will see you soon.